In this video, we are going to be looking at how you can understand inequalities. And the goal for today's lesson is to understand inequalities and use them to solve problems. Now, the essential question is, how can you use inequalities to solve problems? Now, what we will do first of all, before we get into unlocking the problem or anything like that, we are going to take a look at the word inequality. Okay, now it is important to know that the root word within inequality here we see is equal. Okay, you could probably all figure that one out. The root word here is equal. Okay, now it's important that an inequality compares two unequal qualities. Okay, so inequality here comparing two unequal, not qualities, but quantities. Okay, now it is important to understand a couple different symbols. We know that this symbol right here is less than. We know that this symbol right here is greater than. All right, now one thing that we may not know is that this symbol right here, the less than with a line underneath it, okay, what that represents, that means less than or equal to. Okay, so that is less than or equal to. And also, this symbol right here, you guessed it, greater than or equal to. And I do want you to write this down in your notes. Okay, because these symbols are new to us as fifth graders here. I want you to write that symbol is less than or equal to, and this symbol here is greater than or equal to. Okay, now that we have that background knowledge, I want you to turn to page 275 in your standards practice book, and we're going to unlock some problems together. Okay, it says every morning Bobby's Hot Bagels, sounds like a good place, makes a special claim. All bagels Bobby sells will be warm and less than 9 minutes old. So warm and fresh, that's how we like them. What inequality can you write to represent in whole numbers how old Bobby's bagels are? Okay, so it is important to know that an inequality is a number sentence that compares two unequal quantities and uses these symbols. We have less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. All right, so first of all, we need to write the inequality in words. Okay, so time is less than 9. We want to replace this with a variable. T is less than 9. All right, now in order to replace the words less than, we want to do that with a number, with a symbol, with a less than symbol. So what we have here is T is less than 9. Okay, and where we're getting this from, it will be warm and less than 9 minutes old, so T less than 9. All right, so what we can do now is we can take this representation here, we can graph the solution on a number line of 3, 6, 9, and 12, which numbers are solution for T is less than 9. Okay, so what we have here, in T is less than 9, replace T with 3, and we'll repeat the process with 6, 9, and 12. All right, so pretty simple here. So we can identify the values that make T less than 9 true. Okay, true values are solutions for T, which is 3 and 6. And the reason why we know 3 and 6, because 3 and 6 are to the left on the number line. You can see 9 right here. Okay, now false values, which would not be the solutions, would be 9 and 12, because it's not less than 9 at all. Okay, 9 is not less than 9, it's equal to. 12 is not less than 9. Okay, so we could see that the true values would be the filled in circles here if we're graphing this on the number line. So the solutions here on the number line, we would have our circles filled in on the number line. 6 and 3 would definitely be solutions there on the number line. And we know that because they're both less than the number 9. Let's take a look at the problem on page 276, the share and show. So it says, of 2, 5, and 8, which numbers are solutions for the inequality x is greater than or equal to 5? And the reason why it's greater than or equal to is because it's the greater than sign with the line underneath it. Okay, so it says graph the solutions on the number line. So first of all, replace x with 2. So is 2 greater than or equal to 5? Is that true or false? We know that that is false here. All right, now for B, replace x with 5. Is that true or false? In other words, is 5 greater than or equal to 5? Pretty obvious there. That is true. Okay, so what we will do, we will graph this on the number line. We will have a circle and fill it in there at the 5. Now replace x with 8. Is that true or false? In other words, 8. Is it greater than or equal to 5? And we do know that 8 is greater than 5. Okay, so that would be true. We can just have a circle here, then fill in that circle there for graphing it. Okay, now let's take a look at number 2 together. It says show 2 solutions for the inequality on a number line. Okay, so what we have is A is less than 6. Okay, so what we could do for this is we could think of 3 and 5 are both less than 6. Okay, and what we can do is just graph that on the number line. We can color in the circle 5 and also 3 there on the number line. Why do we know that it's less than 6? Because it's to the left of the number line. Okay, we could have chosen any number 0 through 5 on that number line. Okay, let's take a look at number 3. Okay, and for number 3, it's just asking us of 7, 10, and 13, which numbers are solutions for the inequality? And this is actually goes for numbers 3 through 5. Okay, so for number 3, which of these would be less than 8? I'm sorry, which of these would be greater than 8? So we could see that 10 would be greater than 8, and also 13 would be greater than 8. There would be solutions there for the inequality. M is greater than 8. Now let's take a look at number 4. It's saying B is less than or equal to 10. In other words, which numbers would be less than or equal to 10? So solutions for this would be 7 because that's less than 10. And also 10 because that would be equal to 10. 13 would not work because that is greater than 10. All right, let's take a look at number 5. C is less than 15. So which of these numbers would be solutions? And actually all of them. 7 is less than 15, 10 is less than 15, and also 13 is less than 15. Okay, what I want you to do, numbers 5 through 8 all by yourself, and it's asking you of 0, 4, 6, and 11, which numbers are solutions for the inequality? So do numbers 6 through 8 using those 4 numbers, and when you press play, I will have the answers for you. So pause the video now. Okay, so we have number 6, we have 11 because 11 is greater than 8. 7, 0 because there was only one number that was less than 1. And for number 8, we have 6 and 11 because both of those numbers are greater than 4. So let's take a look at number 9. And it says show 2 solutions for the inequality on a number line. So it says n is less than or equal to 6. So we need to think about any 2 numbers that would be less than or equal to 6. Okay, and what we could do, we could use 5 because that's less than 6. Just fill in that circle there on the number line. Then also 3. Have a circle there and fill that circle there in on the number line. Okay, so let's take a look at number 10 now. It says x is greater than 2, and what I want you to do is just show two solutions for this on the number line, and when you press play I will have the answers for you. So I want you to pause the video now. Okay, and I chose to color in 3 and 5. However, you can do any number from 3 all the way to 11, any two digits there. Alright, now to conclude this video, let's take a look at number 11. It says for her birthday party, Dina wants to invite at least 8 guests, but not more than 12 guests. How many guests might she have? Name all of the possibilities. So at least 8 guests. Okay, no more than 11. So we have 8 at the least. Also 9, 10, 11, or even 12 guests. Okay, why do we include 12? Because she wanted no more than 12 guests. It didn't say she didn't want 12 guests, it was just no more than 12 guests. Okay, so taking a look at our essential question, it says how can you use inequalities to solve problems? And what we did is we could first write an inequality using words, then replace key terms with variables, and then also we can even use a number line to find the true solution. So this concludes our video on understanding inequalities. If you have any questions about this concept, please come and see me.